Sometimes life doesn't feel real, and I have to re put myself in the perspective of life being real. Hey there, it's Clumpkin. I hope you're all having a great day so far. I didn't have a topic until like 5 seconds ago, and we're just gonna run with it. So, uh, it's gonna be another motivational one. I think, um, and we're we're just gonna get into it. It is today to just do it. Just do it. Uh, it, what is it? Who knows? What is it that you want to do? Do you want to ask out the person that you like? Do you want to compliment somebody and you just don't really know how? Do you want to like whatever you want to do? That will not cause harm to any people around you or infrastructure or nothing. Something good. Just something that you've been downing yourself on that you want to do, but you don't really know how. And we're gonna try and discuss how and whatnot. So, dude, Mercy Parkour is so hard. So, you want to know how to do what you want to do. And the first is to kind of develop the mindset of being okay with failure and seeing failure as a sort of good thing, because the more, even if you fail, those failures bring you closer to succession. So if you look at it in that light, in that kind of perspective, um yeah. So let's say through the hypothetical, I sound like a podcast guy. I guess this kind of technically is. Well, in this imaginary scenario, let's say that there is somebody that you want to compliment or ask for their number or something like that, right? Here's the thing, and here's what you have to do. You do it. And that sounds super oversimplified, but that is the gist of what you have to do. But really, for yourself to get away from those nerves, you have to be accepting of anything. You have to have no expectations. And if you do have expectations, for me, I expect the failure, so I will be pleasantly surprised when I succeed. That's what I do. Is that a good thing to do? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is I don't know. It kind of worked for me, because when I anticipated failure, right, there were two outcomes. I would be pleasantly surprised if it worked out, or I'd, you know, or I'd go along and be like, oh, I was right, you know. So it's sort of a win-win if you look at it in a way. I mean, in my case, I didn't really win, but I never really ended up, at least for the 2 hours afterwards of what I was trying to achieve, I didn't feel that bad. It's been about 7 months now and I feel like shit. But that's besides the point. That's not relevant to what I'm trying to tell you here. You can persevere and you can get through whatever you want to put your mind to. It's just a matter of, are you willing to go through with it? Are you willing to do what you want? Are you willing to do what you have to do what you want? If you're picking up what I'm putting down here. And I said this in a previous video, how bad do you want it? Right? So how bad do you want to do the thing that you want to achieve? And not to say this as like, if you're scared to do it, that means you must not want it, because that's not true. If you're scared to do it, that just means you're scared to do it, but you still want to do it, right? So, but really, that should be a driving factor, is how bad do you want the thing you're trying to achieve? How bad do you want it? If you really, really want it, you should go through with it. Even if you fail, you grieve, you cope, you do whatever the situation calls for, and you move on. Because life is way too short to dwell on something that isn't really in your control, because there are other people in this world that do their own decisions. So, you can't convince somebody to do something that works better for you, right? So everyone's living their own life, everyone's has their own minds, everyone has their own things. You can't, whatever someone else, if the thing you want to do is related to someone else, you can't control what the other person wants. Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it $1.25 right now. No, scratch, $1.50. $1.50 with you right now. Just do it. I think the idea of failure is not as bad as the idea of a what if. The idea of the situation of you really wanted something, but you never even tried to get it. You never even tried to do what you really wanted to do. So, look, I don't like being open on this channel. It's a little bit of my, I think I've told this before actually, but, like, I want to try and set an example for you to really put this through your head. Like, okay, we'll say this is a hypothetical we'll just say this is a hypothetical of my life. Say there's this person, right? Instant crush, right? Just like that. Like, most beautiful person you've ever seen. But that's besides the point. You want to say something to them, right? You want to say even anything. But you decide that the first course of action is to ask for their number, or say they're pretty and ask for their number, right? And that's what you have trouble doing. Say you are it's taking you a really long time to try and build up the courage and momentum to do it. But think of it this way, right? Is the thought of rejection really worse than the thought of not doing anything at all? Than just letting it go? Right? So when I was there, I was politely told, it was a very civil, nice interaction. I was told, no, sorry. You take it, you move on, right? And I'm fine. But if I were to not say anything, and I'm still here 7 months later, maybe not even 7, is it March? It might have been 8 now. But if I were to be here, still not saying anything, still not have said anything, I just let it go? Like, what? Why? Just why would you not? Why would you not? So, I think I'm going to end it here, because I got really personal. I'm really sorry. But I just want to get it through your head, the viewer here. I just want to get it through your head that life is just too short to not be doing things. Tomorrow, I'm going to leave you with this message. Life is too short to not be doing what you want to do. And I understand that money is a huge factor. Life kind of revolves around money. But do what makes you happy. And find something that doesn't revolve money. I don't know, meditation, journaling, something that makes you happy. Because life is too short to not find the things that make you happy, and life is too short to not take action for what you want. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. I hope you'll have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them and you are loved yourself. Thank you for listening.